In this video, we're gonna go over the new set, so let's see what it's all about.
Hey everyone, I'm Mort, the gameplay director on TFT, and I'm here to discuss our next set, providing a few spoilers on traits and units to come, as well as an update on TFT's mechanics. After that, I'll pass it to Mariah to share some of the new personalization content and discuss the future of events before we take a look at our roadmap for TFT in 2023. Alright, so allow me to introduce our next set, Teamfight Tactics Monsters Attack.
I thought that was a Cicerot first.
Absurdity ensues as an unlikely group of heroes band together against titanic awakened threats. Welcome to Spatulopolis, a city brimming with heroes, threats, and the resulting wreckage, mind the debris. Coming patch 1223, our next set brings...
Wait, he can't represent Timo right there. I mean, that should be illegal, right? Anyhow, let's continue.
A new set of traits more heroic than anything the Convergence has seen. It'll also herald the return of familiar favorites like Mech and Star Guardian, but with big twists from their Galaxy's counterparts. But before we get into traits, let's briefly discuss our new set's mechanics, and more specifically, augments.
Okay, I'm really happy about this. Like, I started in set 6, so like augments are a fundamental part for me. Like, I have never really played without augments, so I'm really happy they kept it. I mean, I really enjoy the augments, even though sometimes it feels a bit too broken and makes a big diff, but yeah, like augments overall, so I'm grateful for them keeping it.
First off, the big one. Augments are now an evergreen mechanic to TFT. For those who aren't botanists, this means that augments will stick around set after set in addition to new mechanics that come and go with each set. When we introduced augments in Gizmos and Gadgets, we had no expectations that they would stay around for Dragonlands and beyond, but after extensive polling and internal testing of Dragonlands with and without augments, it became clear that augments were not just something we wanted to continue tinkering with, they were something that the overwhelming majority of our players wanted to keep. Augments provide moments of high-stakes decision-making that allow you to come up with more strategically creative comps and leads to a fresh experience game after game. True. They also unlock endless possibilities from a game design perspective, and we've just scratched the surface on what we can do with them. Of course, augments will change set to set, and a bit in mid-sets, to better complement new traits, units, and thematics. But in addition to swapping a portion of our augment roster for our next set, we're also using them in a new way as our set mechanic, one that feels uniquely heroic or villainous in accordance with our theme. In our next set, we're introducing hero augments, an entirely new roster of augments. Instead of having blanket effects, hero augments buff a specific unit. These augments allow you to make your chosen hero a superhero, or supervillain if that's more your style. We're still superfying these augments at the time I'm recording this, but here are a few early samples that are still a work in progress. One of Alistar's hero augments turns his single target knockup Pulverize into an AoE and gives him a bunch of health. His other hero augment, Beef Up, gives his Pulverize ability max health scaling.
Wait, let's just watch that again. Okay, this Alistar is straight up Giga Shad, look at this.
Gives his Pulverize ability max health scaling. There will also be hero augments for our villainous threats. They're also called hero augments, because even bad guys deserve a chance at playing the hero. For instance, Super Size grants Zack a ton of health, literally 2,000, and immunity to crowd control, while also giving you a Zack. Since both Zack's ability and his passive have max health scaling, this augment makes this threat exactly that. As you can tell, hero augments are quite powerful. They'll take your chosen unit to the moon, so we've added a couple controls to keep these heroes in orbit.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I'm kinda scared of these augments. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna balance them out, but I feel like some of these are just gonna be a bit too crazy, at least at launch. So there's gonna be some broken champs, let's say that. So hopefully they balance this out. Let's see how it goes.
Hero augment selections can replace any of the original 3 augment rounds, but they're only offered once per game. And they're offered to all players at the same time, providing different options for you to choose from. At TFT, we truly believe that anyone can be the hero. which is why every unit will have 2 hero augments specific to them. All of these different options for souping up your heroes and threats allow for plenty of different super teams to save the day, or smash it to smithereens. With hero augments creating so many possibilities, we're excited to see what players come up with. Now, let's talk gameplay. Before we get into specifics about units, there are 2 things that you should know. First, there won't be any units that take up 2 slots in your army. Our next set is about building your team of heroes, and last I checked, you can spell team without Dragon or Colossus. Second, Rammus will, of course, continue to be excluded from TFT.
Hey, Mort.
TFT is simply a better game without a spiky armadillo.
Mort,
What? What, was that the wrong line?
Mort, Rammus is in the set.
Who allowed? I never said Rammus could be in frickin'.
Yeah, his nightmares come to fruition.
Apparently Rammus is making his TFT debut as a threat to my sanity, but also as one of the powerful units in the all-new threat trait. Turns out our next set isn't all Star Guardians and Sunshine. The threat trait is our first trait that's not really a trait. Threats do not benefit from fielding other threats, and they have no other traits.
I kind of thought these were Colossus when I saw them the first time. Or not Colossus, I mean that they would take 2 places. But I think he said before that there was like no Dragon or Colossus, like the double-sized unit. So yeah, I guess these are just normal cost then. I mean, I just thought of the size that they were gonna be Colossus, but I guess not.
To compensate, these units are more powerful than other units. You can still field any number of them, which makes them like a good rain boot, splashable and flexible. Next up, we've got the Spatulopolis fan favorite Anima Squad. The first time an Anima Squad unit gets a takedown during combat, they pause to strike a pose for their fans, gaining a stack of fame. Each point of fame gives Anima Squaddies ability power and attack damage that increases at each trait breakpoint. If stacking big numbers like you could with Vagar and Fates is your game, look no further than Anima Squad. And better yet...
Wait, I feel like that's gonna be so broken. Imagine that misfortune right there. You saw that ult, you build... maybe you build a Giant Slayer, you build a Jewel Gauntlet. So you have that damage multiplication, and then she just stacks the entire game. Her AP more and more. And let's say you have a Spear of Sojourn as well. So you just have that mana regen, you have that damage multiplication, and after every kill, she gets more AP, so it's just gonna scale more and more. So if you just get that early and get that stacking, combined with maybe these new hero augments, so you get a misfortune augment as well, you're gonna be able to do some crazy shenanigans this set. Yeah, so let's see how the outcome of this. Hopefully it gets pretty balanced. We'll see.
Fates is your game, look no further than Anima Squad. And better yet, Nasus, whose ability Bonk can be upgraded with a hero augment to give it its stacking mechanic all of its own.
Yeah, let's just name the Nasus
Heroes come in all shapes and sizes and all
nice.
heroic alignments. Take Underground, for example. Sure, they may not be the most heroic heroes, always scheming to pull off a big heist, but they get the job done. It just may not be the job you wanted done. The Underground are a group of rapscallions that are perpetually attempting a heist. With each player combat, you will move towards completing your heist, getting 1 progress for a win and 2 for a loss. Each time you hit 7 progress, you and your crew are offered some heist rewards. But it's up to you to take what's offered or to hold out for more powerful rewards. Just make sure you can complete your heist before you get carried away to an unfortunate fate.
Wait, I just saw this. Let's see where it was. Okay, right here. Let's see here. VIP. Do you see this? I wonder what this is about. Like, why does it say it on everybody? I don't know. Maybe this is some new mechanic as well. And I was just gonna say, this is probably gonna be my favorite trait. This seems so fun. Just these mercenaries. Or kind of like it.
Powerful rewards. Just make sure you can complete your heist before you get carried away to an unfortunate fate. I can't wait to see how far you can take your heist with the Underground. There are plenty more super squads to uncover, such as the Steadfast Ox Force, that will fight to the bitter end and then some. This crew is led by Gun Maestro and Sad Boy Aphelios, whose custom trait Arsenal allows you to swap between weapons to change his ability. Aphelios' ability isn't the only.
Oh, wait. I'm actually trolling. It wasn't VIP, it was WIP, so maybe... Yeah, work in progress. Well, let's just not talk about that one, guys. Let's move on. Let's forget that ever happened.
Only thing you can customize in our next set. We've also got a customizable trait. Admin allows you to configure the cause and effect of your admin program, aka the trait. With admin, you'll be able to pick a cause, and then you'll be able to pair that cause with an effect. For instance, you can combine at the start of combat with trigger a chance to drop gold to play admin as an econ trait that gives you a gold each round. There are 7 total causes and 7 total effects to choose from. Each effect is balanced around how easy or difficult the cause is to trigger. Admin is an exciting trait for me, not just because it has so many different power levels, but also because it gives players an opportunity to put on their game designer hats when building their comp. Just be careful, if you play admin too long, you may just find yourself getting mort-dogged by yourself. Self-dogged? But this is a...
Yeah, I see what you're doing there, Mortog. Now we can't blame you anymore for the luck. I mean, that's a smart play. I'm gonna give you that. So guys, if you're playing admin, it's no more flaming Mortog, it's just... Yep, you're flaming yourself then.
Said about heroes, and what more heroic traits to talk about than the returning Star Guardian? Like their galaxy's counterparts, Star Guardians interact with mana, but instead of distributing mana to each other, Star Guardians generate more and more mana as you go up in trait breakpoints. This can lead to some wildly explosive fights as the spells start slinging faster and faster. Just look at the chaos. Alright, it's time I pass it to my teammate Mariah over in the Singapore office to discuss personalization content, events, and more. But don't worry, we'll have time to talk more at the end of this dev drop.
Let's see what this is about.
Hello everyone, I'm Mariah, one of the producers for cosmetics on TFT. I've been with Riot for over 7 years, with more than 2 of those on TFT. Also, I have an adorable...
This is just like, I guess, skins and those shenanigans, so we can just look through it. I mean, this is pretty cool, I guess.
Your tactician to live out their very own magical schoolgirl fantasy.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get over to the normal shenanigans. We came here for the spoilers, not to spend money on the cosmetics. Don't get baited, guys. Save your money. And now this seems cool, but yeah, let's move on.
Thanks, Mariah. Now let's take a look at where TFT is heading. Starting with patch 12.23 in early December, the next set will have you building your super team and utilizing hero augments to lead your squad to victory. Then we'll usher in the new year with an event that'll come with its own themed game mode for the event's duration.
Alright, let's see what this is about. So Winter 22, TFTs. Alright, this is the new set, I guess. Let's see, a new event. Oh, a new game mode. Alright. I wonder what that is. Maybe they're removing Hyper Roll. If I remember right, it was just a temporary game mode. I mean, I wish they keep Hyper Roll, but maybe that gets replaced with this new game mode. We'll see about that. Yeah, new mid set. Well, we don't know that much about the new set, so yeah, this is not this is for the future, basically. So let's skip past that. Let's see. Better brush up on your history before this one. Alright. TFT turns 4. Well, happy birthday, TFT. See a new mid set. Yeah, even newer set. We're dropping the mic with our most innovative set yet. Yeah, actually, this set, it seemed kind of complicated. I don't know about you guys, like the admin stuff, combined with like Aphelios, you need to change his different forms. Then you have this mercenary kind of thing. I forgot what it's called, the heist. Oh yeah, that was what it was. Combined with like specific augments for every unit. So I think there's gonna be a lot of vertical play here. Like you can maybe play a lot of different stuff, which is gonna be really fun, because I like the sets where you're not just forced into playing a certain comp or forced into a certain meta. I mean, I like the TFT where you can just play some crazy shenanigans, you know, full attack speed, Braum, I don't know. I mean, I like stuff like that, just weird comps. So hopefully this set will be able to pull those stuff off.
Just after that, in March, we'll see what the future of Spatulopolis holds in our next mid-set. And in the summer of next year, there'll be a brand new set to enjoy as TFT turns 4. Wow, 4. That's how old I was when I grew my first beard.
Oh man. I'm 19, I still can't grow that beard, man. But good for you, Mort.
As you can see, we've got lots to do over here at TFT, so I better get back to it. Until next time, take it easy.
Well, I suppose that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, you know what to do. Leave a like. And subscribe for more content just like this. I mean, I usually don't do this reactive type of content. I usually do more gameplay or guides, but yeah, I just thought we could go through the new set and see what it was all about. Anyhow, peace out. Peace out. I mean, my English is just dying right now, so it's good that the video is ending. Peace out, guys.